Let's go. We out here. What's up, everybody? It's been a while. It's good to be back. Who's here? Who's here? We got Stan Chunk up in here early. Jay Worley, Jeb, DC1, Jonathan Mori. Yeah, we talk about Mori. RA Superstar up in here. Adam Stubbs, Aaron Borland, Jago, Jimmy Peacock, Beamer, Jordan, Gershot, Nathan, Joker Rock, Pepsi, Nerdbird. Let's go. Ryan, Caesar, Yachty, James. Guys, everybody's here. We're doing it. Let me catch up on the chat. And yeah, are we spotting a little cool cats? Huh? We spotting a little cool cats up in here? Huh? I feel like I'm in trouble for wearing this. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I know. Listen, at the time of the purchase of the jersey, I had all 30. I still believe. What are we gonna do, guys? What are you gonna do after you make the purchase? Here you are, as you live with it. You know what I'm saying? Afternoon Dubs, Dominic's up in here. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, guys. This jersey's sick. This jersey is absolute sick. Did I order the wrong size? Listen, I ordered with the hopes of who I am soon to become. Okay. We're hitting the gym. We're suns out, guns out. Talking about Phoenix. Hey, listen, let's catch up on some stuff, okay? I feel like I've been gone forever. All right. I haven't streamed in a while. I haven't talked to anybody except for Kelsey. So she's probably happy we're streaming again. But we got a lot going on, right? The market's still taking dukes, just little dookies all over the place, you know. Daryl Morey's out here buying hollows of bad basketball players. The Hawks are done. What else? What else did I miss? Guys? Hey, Club Top Shot tonight, 9:00. We're jumping on that, huh? So I'm excited. Yeah, Yachty gets it. Dress for the job you want, not the one you have. We got a lot going on today. I'm excited for game one. Yeah, Cole Anthony's out here betting on himself. I do hope, though, listen, and I don't want to deflate any sales, okay? I'm very excited about what Cole Anthony's doing in the streets. I'm happy Daryl Morey's buying some stuff. I would like to get to a point in Top Shot when every time a player does something, we don't lose our mind. I would like to get to that point. That, to me, will scream success so that we don't have to do blog posts about Cole Anthony writing stuff. Oh, looky who I found here in the green room. I don't know. You give me a thumbs up if you're trying to come on right now. Okay. Look at
this. Here. Look at that view.
Wow. What's up, Dustin?
I came on because I just wanted to congratulate you on the Cool Cats jersey. I needed to make sure that you were actually wearing it.
Yep.
Because I got worried that you weren't going to bring it on for the people. They needed to see it, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I was going back and forth because I feel like I'm opening myself up to lots of things, both physically, both about my body, but also because I no longer have the Cool Cats.
That's true. I didn't think about that, but it's funny. The collar's pretty deep on that bad boy, right? Is what's going on there?
It is a little deep.
It's aggressive.
It is. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
I like it. I do. I like the jersey. It's very comfortable. It's soft. Listen, look at Cool Cat Trader.
Yeah.
I know, Stan. I know.
Will it make an appearance in Sin City?
Oh, it will 100% be in Vegas. It will be. I honestly might have to. It depends how much the market tanks. But if this comes way back down, I might buy them all again.
It's beautiful. It looks great. I got to admit, the color scheme is cool. It's very Miami.
Yeah.
But I'm into it. It's good. It looks good on you, Mike. It's brightens you all up. Look at that.
It feels good. On me. I honestly,
that's the most important thing.
I was annoyed there was a package when I got home because I was like, what the hell is this? I just assumed it was not for me. And then I got excited because I was like, oh yeah. Because I bought this a month, 5 or 6 weeks ago. It feels like, so
yeah,
it's here.
It's perfect.
Here. And we should stress too, there's a little confusion, did this come? Is this one of the perks from the 9 Lives Lounge? Not the official one. This is about the one the community made, Plunge, and I'm forgetting who was actually behind it. But this isn't Top Shot sanctioned. But here, you know what? We got it though. We got it. It counts.
are you going to put like a cross through the, or put like former Cool Cats above it? Is there maybe there's some customization that you can do, right?
Yeah, I do. I have to. Yeah, I have to like RIP, like a skull. I'm gonna focus on that after about a month or so in the gym because the self-conscious vibes are like really
it's at an all-time high.
All-time high.
I got it. I love it.
Who's that middle school baller on the left? See, this is what I'm talking about.
That's right. That's right, baby. This is a Captain America, right? Pre-serum, pre-super soldier serum.
Yeah. I get a lot of early Steve Rogers vibes.
Yeah. What are we talking about? I'm going to let you mark this, but actually looking out selfishly for a nice time for me.
Yeah.
This is my lunch time, so I can crash. But I don't want to take up too much and interrupt and sidetrack that. Go ahead, Mike. What were you getting into?
No, I'm always happy to have somebody here. What was I getting into today? I don't know. I mean, we have to look at the finals. I mean, we haven't talked about it since we last spoke. The Hawks were still in it, and I was a little. I thought the Hawks were gonna come out of that all right, but we now the Bucks. Giannis went from doubtful to like questionable today.
Questionable, yeah.
Oh my God, sorry, Mike making Poku look like the Rock.
Jesus. Malnourished Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, Bush. Well done. I think we should give a little sip and to our Hawks because we certainly became Team Hawks. I think there for a bit, right?
Yeah,
like we're kind of all in. It was mostly Trey, but I think we were just excited at Trey in the finals, right? What does that look like? But Chris Middleton had other agenda, and he said, "No, I'm the alpha. I'm bringing us to the finals." Right?
I'll be honest. I was pretty surprised. By that. I still like. Milwaukee's pretty talented. It was clear Trae Young wasn't right for game 6. And not that that's an excuse, but because they were without Giannis, but he definitely was not right. And I mean, I don't know. I don't have the balls to, if I was Nate McMillan, to bench him, but it did feel like the Hawks might have been better off if like Trae wasn't out there.
Yeah, you and I talked about that. I think he was out there a bit as a decoy, but I think he kind of ate into some minutes that maybe could have been used better with another player out there, or just I think collectively having the mindset of we're not going in without him, so everyone's got to step up, and sometimes that happens, right? But I think they thought, well, he's out there, he's taking up minutes, maybe he's going to be helpful. It just kind of throws the whole vibe off. I think when you know, hey, I'm getting 35 minutes, I've got to perform.
Right.
There's something to be said about that, and I feel like they might have been better off doing it. But Trey, I'm sure he was like, I'm playing.
Absolutely.
I'm not playing. So
absolutely. And I think like long term, we probably end up respecting that more, that he just like went out there and did what he could. One thing from that game though that I do want to talk about just for a second. How about Cam Reddish?
Yeah, how about that? Killer Cam. Well, if you think back, it shouldn't be that surprising because he came in for defensive purposes for the most part, right? But he started hitting threes. There's a quote from Anthony Edwards. It's on YouTube. You can see it. I think it was from like A Ball Is Life or something like that. And they said, who's the toughest defender you've ever had to go against? And instantly he goes, Cam Reddish, without a doubt. And they're like, really? He's like, Cam, hands down. That guy can lock up anybody. He flat out said it, like, this dude, he's insanely difficult to go against, which was nice. He got in there. I mean, he obviously didn't hold Chris Middleton into like oblivion or anything like that, but he's showing potential, which is what we were sort of hoping he would get there. And what I liked the most about him was the confidence you saw from him. You saw him get excited, and you started to see him believe in himself. He's hitting shots, and he's being like, I'm that dude. And you're like, there we go. I think that's what we all kind of thought we'd get from Cam. And you finally got a little bit of it, and it was awesome to see.
I mean, those threes were sick. Like when he was hitting step back threes and running his mouth. I think he had like 7 of them. So that got me excited. I'll be really curious what Atlanta does in the offseason. I know John Collins is still up in the air, but they like proved that Collins can play next to Capella. So I like this team quite a bit. They're so deep. So I'll be curious to see what happens. Also, it looks like Alexo in the chat saying buffering. I know we got a little buffering out of Dustin over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna dip right back. I got to my internet's been acting up all day. I'm gonna reset. I'll be right back. Okay.
Yeah, but I saw someone say Bucks and 6 in the chat. You guys, are we really high on the Bucks even with a dinged up Giannis? I'm pretty. I mean, listen. I've been pumping the Suns bags for a while, so I think I'm going to continue riding that train, right? But I still think like it's a weird matchup because the Suns' biggest strength is the Bucks' biggest weakness, right? The Bucks are terrible at defending those like 18 to 20 foot jumpers, and the Suns are the best at it. So if Giannis isn't right, I think this is going to be a problem. If Giannis is healthy, though, that's going to be super fun. But I'm excited. I really am excited. Bucks and 4. Fuck CP3, says We the People. It's good to say We the People with wild takes. He hasn't said anything disparaging about Jokic, but I'm sure it's coming. I'm sure it's coming. Aaron Borland. God, come on, guys. Come on, guys. I'm not taking any L's today, guys. I'm not taking any L's today. This is a full W day. Yeah, Deep Threat says this series is going 7. I'm with you on that. I do think we have a long series. I'm just excited. I'm really excited. One like talking point that I feel like every content creator that I consume over around Top Shot talked about, like how upset they are about how quiet Top Shot has been in the last week or so. I'd be curious to hear the chat's thoughts on this, because I know that's been a running. I feel like the First Mint was the first thing I listened to about it. Twitter's pretty angry, but that's not new. But what are you guys' thoughts about that right now with all of this? Look, the shots keep coming here. Jeb says Mike looks like they took a movie star's face and put it on the body of a software developer. Listen, I don't know if you've ever seen movie stars in real life, but before they become movie stars, this is what they look like. So I'm one trainer away, Jeb Bush. I'm one trainer away from being a movie star. You know who's not excited? Top Shot. Yeah, rant. Ryan says they need to do at least a showcase contest. It's like the finals isn't even happening. Top Shot crickets. I stopped looking. At least they haven't been dropping breadcrumbs and getting our hopes up. Weren't we supposed to be seeing a bunch of marketing during the playoffs? Yeah, there's been a lot of talk around this and a lot of frustration. It seems like I don't know. I guess I did expect to see something a little bit more than what we're seeing right now, which is nothing. So I did expect more than nothing. I'm still hopeful that we see something. Mike is all dressed up. Shout out Top Shot Streams. I imagine we get something today, though, right? Don't you guys think we get a little bit of something like that? We get, whether it's a Stan saying Top Shot so boring, but whether it's a showcase or something. I can't imagine they sit on their hands throughout the entirety of the finals. And I see Pepsi and Ring Ding says no office hours last week didn't really help, which is so funny though, because sometimes office hours like really hurts, and then sometimes it's really helpful. So like, who knows? Maybe by not saying anything, they were actually more helpful. I'm going back and forth, right? I'm a man of the people, but part of me is like, do we need to chill out for a second? Do we have to stop being so angry? I think like I think the frustrating part with all of the playoff moments is definitely a real thing. I don't want to see any more playoff moments. I'm beginning to feel about playoff moments is how I feel about Cool Cats. Like, take me out back, put me out of my misery, end it. That's how I'm feeling. But I don't know. Maybe it's because I was away for a few days, so I just am a little bit more relaxed. You know what I mean? I went out in the woods. I was in Maine. I sat in a hot tub. I was living life, guys. I was living life this weekend. Miklo has been she said, jump from Top Shot to Panini's. It's more exciting and paid out instantly. I got to say, Miklo, you are the only one I've heard say that about the Panini Prisms. Everyone else I've heard talk about them very boringly. So I'd be curious to hear more about why you're into it. Joker Rock saying they are not ready for new influx users. Yeah, I think that's going to be part of it, right? That's going to be part of it as to why we're seeing that right now. Borland says, can we see the back of the jersey? People need to see the Sick Cat logo. Yeah, we can. What do we got here? Here we go. There we go. It's weird that I can't see it, though. You know what I mean? Doing that. Very vulnerable of me to do that. We have a right to be worried. It's an NBA product in today's game in one of the finals. Yeah. No, I think I agree with that. I'm not saying don't be worried. I mean, I am a little bit too. Let's get Dustin's take on this as well. Dustin, we're talking about, welcome back.
Welcome. Thank you.
We were talking about like a lot of the discourse in Top Shot over the holiday weekend and on the twits were about how it's just been like radio silent. And there's been a lot of frustration around that, which I mean, I understand. You have any like thoughts about either just like being frustrated that it's been so quiet with the finals right around the corner, or like speculation of what we might see?
No, they had a blog post the other day laying out the roadmap of all of the playoff moments and packs. I feel like they might think that their bases are covered that way. There's like a bajillion playoff moments to come, right? We know that. I feel as if they laid it all out for the coming weeks. And I think there was talk of maybe over communicating, right? Or maybe managing expectations and overhyping things. So maybe they're going a little quiet so that they don't feel like they're hyping things up and getting people, you get these ebbs and flows and people just kind of either get upset at Top Shot for hyping something up and get everyone excited versus I think they're trying to find that balance right now. And it's a bit of a weird time. It's the finals. There's a blog post. I imagine something will happen this week in a cool way. I mean, Jacob already mentioned that last week. We don't know what it's going to be, but he kind of hyped something up a little bit. So I don't know. I wasn't mad at it. I think there's going to be some times where it's a little quiet, but I was okay with it. I mean, there was still basketball going on. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I think Jeb Bush out here saying I like the quiet if they do something today. That'll be interesting, right? With game one, if they do something. But I think the frustration is more tied in with what our accounts are worth right now.
Yeah, I've seen that. And I've definitely seen that.
Sorry, this is driving me nuts. I feel like I'm in Star Trek. I wonder if, like, are we tying in marketing means our account's worth more right away, right? So we're like, oh, if we see a commercial, bang. So, and I mean, that's like a natural correlation. I just, I wonder if they were promoting stuff and we were still in the same spot we were in right now. Like, what would we actually be mad at? You know what I mean?
We can only be mad at ourselves. We chose to do this and we got excited buying in on something that we thought like there's two state of minds, I guess. It's you chose to purchase what you purchased. You chose to pay that price. You got to live with it. And even if there's a loss, if you have a long-term vision that you still believe in, like I do, that's kind of where I'm at. Like I don't love what my account's at, but I do love what I have. And I am happy with what I own. And I would like to see what that looks like in 5 to 10 years. And then conversely, I think there's people, saying Top Shot needs to do something. Top Shot needs to do this. It doesn't matter at this point. Like this point's done. The season is done. There's a few more things. They're going to ride it out. But I think they think about all of the kinks that they've had to work out throughout this season. All of the little implementations that they've added to the site, all of the different things they've done for pack drops. Had they went wide to millions upon millions of users, it would have face planted terribly.
Yeah.
We're able to do all of this stuff while it was still in beta to get it to a much better place it's probably not going to be perfect, but when we're open to a ton of more folks jumping on board this, I think they're going to be in a much better place to handle the traffic, to handle the amount of users, to make it feel like it's the right amount. It's a bit of a touch and go as they're doing all of this now to be ready for Series 3. And I'm not mad at it. It's still continual upgrades. And again, if you were looking at it from like my account sucks, if there were more users, this would make a big difference. I don't know, because all it takes is someone to have a bad user experience and say, this sucks and I'm out.
Yeah.
Right. I think we are the early ones that they can go through sort of the experimentation and live with it because we're the early adopters. But when you go on a massive wide scale, and if it's still not close to perfect, you turn off so many people by saying, this sucks, this is stupid, I'm out. And then you lose that, and you don't want to lose that opportunity.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you. And I think that's why they're being a little bit more patient with it. Ryan brings up a good point, though, and I overlooked this a little bit. So he says, I don't think there's any correlation between marketing and doing a fun showcase contest for day one of the finals. We know marketing isn't coming, and then follow that up with it's about engaging current users. And I agree with that, Ryan. That's a really good take, right? Like that is something that we should be seeing more.
That's what it is. They're going to keep us engaged to maybe you win a pack. Just keep throwing a bone this way to say there's still stuff happening. We're still there with you, but it's not going to be anything substantial. I don't think we're Team Hold for a reason. We love the product. We love that. That's what we're on live. That's what Mike's live every day doing 17 shows, hardest working man in show business, right? So we love it. We're excited about it long term. We think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I got distracted here because Frank's is just so it's not missed that everyone here see Mike's shoulders. This man's only a half a trainer away from Hollywood. Thank you, Frank. And because Martin is here, the people have been calling for it on Twitter. We do have to see a little Doherty reporty. All right. And all of that being said, that was like I feel like we did a lot of positive stuff there. I do think you can be mad. So like, Steve,
sure.
If you've been here before, you've seen me mad. You've seen Dustin mad. So feel free to be mad. We're just saying where we're at right now.
It's not all roses. I get it. It's not all roses. I've purchased many things that are way less than I paid for them. Substantially less, and I'm still here. And I just bought a bunch of stuff yesterday.
Whoa! Right? What did we buy, Dustin?
I thanks to Mike, I'm completing the Rising Stars set for the time being. I love that set for a very long time. There's amazing. I love getting Zion Ja. I love getting LaMelo. All these great players in the first ever Rising Stars set. It's going to boost my collector score a little bit. It's a rare. I think it's cool. It's out of 2021. I think all of that is really cool long term. And then to have a complete set of it. I already had the LaMelo and Anthony Edwards, which again I paid a lot more than what they currently are. Yeah, so at that point, it was like you got to just go for it. And I was happy to do it. I like all of those young talent that are in there. I think it's cool to have as a set. I'm also sort of banking a little bit on the fact that maybe there's going to be a certain threshold of collector score that I might need to make sure I'm there to ensure I get a pack. And if I do, then I can sort of pay off what I did to get here.
Yeah.
So it's a little twofold.
I've been going back and forth with that a lot too, is like, where do I need to get my collector score? That's like the speculation that I've been beating myself up. And I have been changing my mind every single day where I completed some of the teams. I completed the Nuggets and there's another team I think I completed too, just to try to get a nice little boost. And then but then I'm like, oh, it doesn't really matter. So that's where I'm struggling right now. Cause I want to know. And I understand why they haven't released it yet, but I want to know, like, what are the tiers going to look like? What are the requirements going to be? Because as stated earlier, this Cool Cat jersey wearing dude no longer has Cool Cats. So
it's got to say X Cool Cats above it, right?
It does. But I stand by it though. I mean, like the Cool Cats was a incredible experience. I'm glad I get to do the thing. But now I'm excited to go shopping in a couple of weeks, I think. So
yeah.
And
this served a multi-purpose. That's why I did it. Like I love the set. I was over the hill on it already. Like I did the hard part. So at that point, a lot of the stuff was like $40, $50, nothing too crazy. So to complete it, it wasn't that difficult. And you were also helping me out with a few of them to get it over the finish line. So it felt like it was the best thing. I didn't want to get into a scenario where I was behind on here's the collector score that's needed to get whatever, run it back. And then I'm chasing, like I'm close enough, but I'm chasing. Like I feel like this is going to get me to that point. I saw what the collector score bonus is that you get by completing it. It was substantial enough for me to chase it, so I went after it. And I didn't want to be after the fact they announce it, and then you're struggling to get it. Prices are going up. Everyone's fighting for certain things. Because overall, as a rare set, it's not that crazy to complete. Like it's not like a $10,000 completion. It's not that crazy. It's within range if you've got a little dapper, if you sold some things. And you're also getting the Anthony Edwards dunk, which is outstanding. You're getting the LaMelo rare, which is probably one of his better moments on the site. You get a Zion reward out of like 804, I think. You get a Ja. You're getting all these stud players. Look at you know what? Can you scroll up real quick, Mike? Because I was just on there.
Yeah.
Change it to 3 months. Change it to the 3 on the top left. Yeah. Look at that.
Ooh, wowie.
That's kind of what convinced me to do it, is when I saw that, I said, all right, I'm comfortable where this is. I had already done the hard part. I'm going to grab this, and I want to be ahead of any potential announcements that come where the floor starts to rise. We saw that with throwdowns. Remember, the floor rose on throwdowns because people were trying to eat up collector score, and now it's all dropped. Like the Darius Baisley I bought for $37, sold it for $70, and guess what? I can buy it for $37 today.
That's that's great. I mean,
I don't want to get into that scenario. So I said I'm going to get ahead of it. I already like these players and these moments, and maybe it'll help out my collector score.
Yeah, I think that's really sharp. I do. I mean, I've been taking an L on a couple of losses. I mean, on a couple of moments that I bought pretty high, but to just
this was just under 3,000 too when I bought it. It was 2,099. Like it was. I wonder if I helped bump that by eating some of the floor.
It looks like it's up 3%, right? Up 3% in the last. Let me go back a spot. But I did the same thing. I moved off of Michael Porter Jr. that I took a big L on, but now it's already. I think I sold it at 400. It's down, I think, under 300 now. So it is. You're seeing a lot of that stuff happen right now, and it's kind of putting me in a weird spot. I really don't know how to attack things right now. I know because we've talked about this before, where everyone screams dip.
Right.
But then all it takes is a minute because we're all doing the same thing, right? We're all collecting Dapper right now. We're all waiting to pounce. And then all of a sudden somebody pounces and the price is right back up. You miss the window. So I am having a challenging time figuring out when to go, you know?
Yep.
And I keep refreshing Chris Paul's Top Shot debut. And that's one of the ones where I almost want to get it now because I don't know, finals MVP. So what does that do to it? You know?
I'm on the fence about the Chris Paul stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
because you hate him mostly.
I mean, there's a bit of that, but he'll certainly cement his legacy if he can win the title. If he already hasn't, he has a great legacy, but he's gonna take himself away from the Barkley conversations and all those other ones, and put him into has a ring, one of the best point guards ever, point guard, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The question I have is, what is going to make a collector say, "Oh, I want Chris Paul now"? Like if they already don't, is the championship going to make them say, "Now I love Chris Paul"? That's my question.
No, that is a really fair point. That's a really fair point. But I also think, he could be the second best point guard of all time if he comes away with the finals and a finals MVP. I think he could. But you're right though. Like I don't. People probably don't value him there yet. But like, what's the difference between fourth best point guard of all time and second best point guard of all time? You know, like I don't know how many people are going to do that. So you're right. That might not have a bigger jump.
I'm a little curious. I mean, he has the Cliff Paul commercials, but most of his stuff is a lot of memes where he's flopping or he did that fake laugh to Steve Kerr. Like
most of the stuff you see on Lakers Twitter.
Well, hold on. But someone brought this point up. I think it was a Deep Threat about Vince Carter versus LeBron.
Well, I was just going to ask you Vince Carter versus Chris Paul then. Because to me, that's like Chris Paul's a far better player in totality than Vince Carter. Vince Carter has some flashier moments for sure, like some legendary moments for sure. But like Chris Paul in the totality, like not close, right? Not comparable. But that Vince Carter is like $250 more than the Chris Paul.
Yeah, well, it was a good question because I'll say I was a little convinced the other way in the beginning. It was the LeBron 3 versus the Vince, and it was LeBron. So many people grow up loving LeBron in this current generation that even the young kids, especially because of Bronny and all that stuff, they're following him, might want, when they get into this, they might want a LeBron versus a Vince Carter because that might feel like Wilt Chamberlain.
Definitely.
To us, right? Oh, Wilt, yeah, he was a stud, but I didn't watch him. Maybe not because there's as many highlights and dunk contest reels and Olympic games, but I'm in the older crowd, so I'm still going to say the Vince, right? The Chris Paul, I don't know. What highlights do you want to see to own? It's like there's this record-breaking assist. I think that's the thing that's holding me back from saying I need to have it versus an amazing moment. I guess it's a nutmeg. It's a cool moment overall. I don't know. I'm on the fence about the Chris Paul holding that much value, but I can be wrong. Absolutely can be wrong.
No, I think that's a pretty good argument. I like that. I like that argument a lot. Double up with a good point. You said I wouldn't want that CP3 Top Shot debut in a Thunder jersey though if they win. It's not a rookie. Grab Series 2 CP3. That's interesting. I also want to say this is like one of my favorite things about trolls. Snow Shoveler says, Mike, it's me, Damon Fat, and I think you are one of the biggest bozos in the industry. This is what I love about this right now is he's like, okay, I've been blocked by this channel. Let me come up with a new username. What's a good username? Ooh, how about Snow Shoveler? How dare you say the word bozo and then come up with a YouTube name, Snow Shoveler? Unless we're talking about. And I'll put a real shirt on when you put your real face in your avatar. Thank you for joining us, Snow Shoveler.
The best in the game, baby.
Oh, Jesus.
Come at the king, you best not miss.
Oh man, he's gone. But yeah, I think. Oh, but now you know what I can't do. Oh, I need to share someone else's comment so I can get rid of it. There we go.
There we
Thank
go.
you, Cesar.
That's beautiful, by the way. That's a creative use.
Yeah,
I love that.
That is. I didn't even catch that. Right
yeah,
away.
You got. I mean, Sawyer needs to update his Discord name to just that.
Oh,
right?
That's so excellent. That is excellent. No, I think that was a pretty good conversation around that.
You got that, Daniel. You got that one.
I think that was a pretty good conversation. I still, maybe it's because I'm a Chris Paul fan as a short person, but
I like Chris Paul. I did for a very long time. I liked him more so in his early career. I think towards this end, I've kind of gotten a little annoyed. I still like him. The dude's amazing, and I don't know what the Chris Paul market is.
No, that's
for collectors. That's where I'm at. Like versus not comparing the player. Anthony Edwards is still very hot and exciting. LaMelo and all that stuff. If we're in this new school world of NFTs and all that stuff, I don't know what Chris Paul's market value is for collectors coming in and saying, I need that Chris Paul one. But the same thing could be said about the Vince, right? Like I get that argument versus a LeBron. LeBron is always going to be an easy sell. Yeah. Maybe Vince is not. And I hope I'm wrong because I love Vince and I love the moment. And that's one I've been so happy to own for a very long time. You better keep that on your list, Mike. I know you said you mentioned that it was falling off. You gotta put it at the top. It's hitting prices you can't say no to.
Well, so this is what I almost did yesterday. I almost did it. I had to talk myself down. I almost bought. Nobody cares about Chris Paul. Jesus.
Just saying.
All right, Joshua. I'm so close to giving you the Damon Fat treatment with the. Come on, better than CP3. Come on.
He might be more exciting, but not better. I mean, I don't know. Mitchell still got to get there. He's still got to get there.
Give me a list, Trey. Give me a list of things that would be better than that. Better, like maybe taking time out of my day to troll a YouTube show. Bye, a loser. This is what I almost did yesterday. I almost bought Vince Carter and a Jokic. Okay. And I was just going to be like, I'm done for a while. I'm going to scoop both of those.
I love them both.
But see, here's the thing. This is where I'm going back and forth. Would you rather have two of those or a Luka Top Shot debut or a Zion Top Shot debut? I can almost do three of them. This is kind of where I'm at.
Let me hear it again.
So you could pick three of the list that I'm about to give you.
Okay.
Vince Carter, Jokic. Jokic has to be one of them because of where he's priced. So Vince Carter, Jokic, Dame, Tatum, Booker, CP3. So basically three of those or one of Luka and or Zion.
This is a very difficult decision.
Right?
So I'm going to go with the guy who just brought his native Slovenia into the Olympic Games for the first time ever.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Luka.
Yeah, I think the chat's with you. I think that's what's wild though for me is that's where I think I'm at. And you guys have heard me scream about Zion for the last 3 months.
I think you'll be able to get Zion at some point.
Yeah.
But Luka is just so marketable, so likable. I still have to get that. I need something to sell so I can get it because I'm still eyeing the Luka. I'm bummed I don't have it. I have the Ja, I have the Zion. I completed this Rising Stars. I have everything else. Luka's the one piece I'm missing. And I'm trying to get that. Also, it might not even be in 5 years. It might be in 1 year.
Yeah,
It might be next year. He might have had these 2 back-to-back playoff performances, and then it gets him over the hump next year, right? He might get to that point. What's his price at? 1625, 1650?
Yeah, it was 1625 last time I checked. So I'm gonna pull all of the ones that I just listed up there. Let me blow this up a little bit too, so everybody can see it a little bit better. So here we go. We talked about Chris Paul.
We went back and forth offline about this. Our Luka hollow that Team Hold is officially
a crew owning.
I'm liking having that. I think over time it's going to be a big deal. So I'm into it. I'm not selling it cheap.
We'll come back to this what I just pulled up in a second, because I would like to talk about this Luka, and we'll talk about it more tomorrow night when we do our show with Greg. Yep. I think Greg can do his. I'm actually remembering now that Greg's probably in Western Mass.
Yep.
Yeah. So that might not work.
Real quick for Rocket Silas, this is out of my price range. This is still out of my price range. It's got to come down a bit, but I would love it. Also, that one has, I think, less than or half in circulation, so I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm going to wait.
Right. So we went in and we talked about this on a couple of streams. Like, are we going to do this Luka Hollow challenge? We have so many people to thank that will be getting their hollows soon. So shout out Peter Overzet and Trey Kirby, who co-own the Chris Middleton that we sent over are sending over a couple of Top Shot debuts for. Pookie in the community. So a lot of people came in and we did some rental deals. G Benz, who the Cole Anthony King. So we got the Luka. The second we got the Luka, there was a lot of concern about what we had just done. Rightfully so, too. I think this is what I love about doing this with the three of us, because my poker gamble brain takes over, and I just this is a no-brainer, guys. This is a no-brainer. And then you guys are on the other side that are like, nope, this is a brainer. We have to talk about this.
Let's have some conversations.
But I was like, if we're gonna have these conversations, we have to do it before.
The problem was you were traveling, Greg was traveling, and it was just like a whole mess. And I'm over here sitting on the computer looking at stuff, freaking out. So I'm like, guys, I got spreadsheets opened here, and I don't know if this is worth it. So we did it. Look, we were sort of pot committed because we already had the roadblock, right? The bottleneck of LaMelo, thankfully, to a bunch of people. So we worked it out, but it was going to be just a mic. And Greg was yelling about that. I forgot to mention it.
Sorry, Greg.
But Greg was. We were talking, going back and forth. You want to go, Mike, just because the garage is going up. I don't want to.
Yeah. Yeah, I think because Greg had to do a lot of the legwork since he had the hollows, there was concerns okay, so we are splitting this three ways. So we're moving all this money for an $800 profit, which at the time is what it was looking like, especially because we kind of got boned with the serial number.
It was getting pricey, so they called in Daddy Warbucks over here and said, "Hey, can you come in and join?" And I was like, "How much do you need?"
Yeah.
Fun coupons. How much do you need?
I loved it too, because Dustin, you brought it up a couple of days earlier, and I couldn't tell if you felt bad for us and wanted to help out, or if you wanted in.
No, I wanted in. Okay. Just to know, I wanted in. I was like, "Hey guys, can I come to the party too?" And you're like, "We got this, bro." And then the entry fee to get in, you're like, "Hey, you're invited. Come on, let's go."
No, you were invited the whole time. But I after seeing it now, right? And I don't want to. Let me open up a different page so that way I don't lose everything that I just pulled up. But I think there was concern, right? Because we're like, okay, so we're barely profiting on this. But the more
technically we're not profiting at all for a very long time is what we should probably say that.
Yeah, because we're not moving it. No. We're not moving it. But this is I think that was the play anyways, right? So right now it's going for the low is for 6K, right? And
which makes no sense. And it's one person who keeps lowering their price, because I don't know if they thought it was going to be worth more and they're like, holy shit, I just need some money back. But now is not the time to sell it. It's just not.
And so seeing the jumps right away, 7K, I feel sure I would like for it to be 9 or 10K, but 7K, I'm not upset at 7K. 6K, I'm this is infuriating, but 7K, I'm okay.
I think it's at number 19 right there. It's got to be close to 8K. Or even above that. I still think that's a little too low, knowing what you had to pay, because based on, most likely, we did a bunch of research on this. The people that are selling it packed a Luka, and then packed LaMelo, and then ate up the rest and are trying to do it. But even in those scenarios, and we looked, some people got it gifted, all that stuff. They're not really making money, anything. It's in that person's case, they might have been losing money. So I'm not quite sure what's happening, but it doesn't make any sense. If it's going to be sold, I think it has to be 8K or up. I don't think it can be lower than that for it to really make sense for the majority of people who went after it.
Yeah, and I'll say too, if this was the Embiid one or almost any other one, I don't think we go for it. The thing that was so appealing to me is that we were going to get a Luka, and when we started looking at it, it really looked like it was going to be a sub 30 mint, and I was like, we're getting a sub 30 Luka. Like, but even now, right? What's the lowest minted Luka on?
There's one below it at 49. I think it's a cosmic. Yeah. So it's technically, that's what I was hoping it would be. If it was the lowest minted Luka on the site, I think that would have been, I would have just not cared at all.
Yeah.
The fact that it's the second lowest kind of makes me feel like,
yeah.
So I had some hesitation on it, but I do think if you look at the majority of sort of NFT folks on Twitter, right? Like if you follow that community, they're all snatching up hollows, and they're snatching up a lot of them saying buy this dip. This is crazy that a lot of these hollows are so cheap.
Yeah.
So it made me feel better about this really long term, that it is going to be coveted. It is Luka. It's Luka no matter what. That I think it has value. It's a very low mint count. It's a reward. I think all of that. And it's a cool, fun play. He's so excited at the end of it. It's just like you can't not help but love it. So I do feel over time it's going to improve it. And I do think this is one take I have. Those low ones that are under 8K will get bought up by someone. Yeah. And then they will be sold for 10 to 12 down the line. I think that will happen. Someone's going to make money off of those.
I think so too. I think like short term, it was a little scary. And I should also say like, this is the only time we've ever talked like whales. I promise it took three of us and a bunch of gifts for us to even make this work.
This wasn't like, hey Mike, guess what? I went after the challenge on my own. Like, this was not that kind of scenario. It was like, well, if we sell some stuff and maybe, I've got a couple of baseball cards, maybe I can sell those on eBay. Like, we had to pull it all together, guys.
Yeah. So it was scary times. All right. So let's go. We'll stop talking about whale stuff, and I'll come back over here, back to the original conversation. Right. So this is where I'm kind of stuck. I can buy
either. This is
either.
Still whale conversation, by the way, Mike.
This is, I know. You're right. I'm sorry. We'll get back to some smaller stuff right after this.
Look at the gift after this.
So here we go. Yeah. We'll go back to the gift. So, right. We got Booker at 655. Zion's at 1680. What I love about the Zion moment right now is that once a day, somebody will post it for 1590.
Right.
And it will get scooped up.
Yep. Rightfully so.
Yeah. So this is like, we've decided the 1680 is the floor during the dip. So the Chris Paul's at 533. I threw Jaylen Brown in there because I'm probably going to buy this. This is down to 250.
At some point. Yeah. It's so cheap that you might as well scoop it up at some point. Here's my question on this. Jaylen Brown, is that a flip at some point? Is that now it's 500 during the season? People are excited. Like, what's the long-term investment strategy on a Jaylen Brown Top Shot debut? Is this $1,000 moment at some point? I don't know if it is.
So I actually think Jaylen Brown has some like real longevity stuff. And here you go. You ready for a little hot take?
Let's bring it.
Jaylen Brown's probably going to be like a senator someday.
Okay.
So, and I also think he has like Paul George type peak. I think he can be Paul. I think he can average like 28 a game and be like a 1 or number 2 on a really good basketball team. He's gotten better and better every single year. I really like Jaylen Brown a lot. I do too. I like him. I'm a homer.
I like him a lot too. I mean, you're talking to the ultimate homer over here. Yeah. I get it. I like him. I'm just curious if you buy that, because I do think it's a good price. Is that hey, and now it's up to 500 because he's making an all-star team, he's balling out or what have you, and then you flip it for 500 because I don't know. Does that become like that Luka price moment down the line?
Yeah, it's out of 1354, which I like. Man, I don't know. I wonder if I'm trying to think of like, what's a good comp? What's a good comp from another team that I can?
It may not even be that, to be honest. It may just be down the line. If this blows up, right? If this blows up the way we all hope it does and believe it will be, there's only 1,354 of them that exist forever. There's going to be potentially millions of users on this one day. So it may not matter who he becomes, if he becomes Paul George or what have you. Just the fact that so few of them exist will just bring the value up.
Yeah.
So that might be it.
And well, I mean, really, what if we get a senator on Top Shot? Like you have Senator Brown's moment. Like,
sweet.
Do we get a senator bump?
Is that like a Kevin Johnson from the Suns kind of moment?
Yeah, I just hope Jaylen Brown ages better than how Kevin Johnson has aged.
Yeah.
And then the last, did I miss one? I guess that's all of them. The last one I threw in there was Jokic, which is getting down. Listen, I know We the People's going to come in here and say something hateful. I know Jokic is a big man. Nobody respects big man. This is stupid, though. right? 424. That's too. Jokic is he's an MVP. He's gonna win another one. Maybe not next year, but he's getting one. Like this feels dumb.
Yeah, it's too low. I mean, it'll probably go further.
That's why I'm not buying it yet.
I think this hits 399, maybe even 350.
Wow. I did forget Dame. You're right. Let me pull that up.
Anyone
else I should put on here? Anyone else that you think I'm like overlooking right now that we should be?
You didn't put Vince on there too. Were you trying to put that too?
Yeah. Oh, not DiVincenzo. Not DiVincenzo.
Was it Nico Mannion? Was that who else you were?
Yeah, Vince is down to 725.
I got one you could put in there. It's all in that same price range. LaMelo.
Oh yeah,
it's a Top Shot debut, and it's in that price range now.
That's a good one. So we got Vince at 725. Let me scroll back up. LaMelo at 585. Wow.
That's what I'm saying. What's that one to the right of it? Sorry, it's
Chris Paul
and LaMelo. Like, what's the better hold there? That's a great. I mean, LaMelo better hold. It's a terrible play, but it's LaMelo Ball.
Dame 519. I'll pull up Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray's a good one. There's you already have De'Aaron Fox, Donovan Mitchell. I don't know if I need the Mitchell.
Yeah, I'll throw it up there.
You already have Embiid. RJ Barrett was someone in there. I don't know if you want to throw him in there or not.
No. Wow, this is a tough. God, it's a tough list. Wait, what was the scenario you just gave me? Damn it! What was the? Oh, LaMelo or Chris Paul, right?
Yeah, it was LaMelo, Chris Paul. There was another one that was all in that price range, and Dame was there too.
Dame,
all in the same price range.
So here's the thing. That's such. Wow, Jamal Murray's $200. Holy shit!
Do you buy Jamal Murray or Jaylen Brown? Who's first?
Jamal Murray.
Even though he'll sit out the majority of the season next year.
Yeah, Jamal Murray. I love Jamal Murray. I really do.
That's the thing we're waiting on, though. That's going to drop to 150.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. I probably buy Brown first for that reason. Wait, where's Shea? Didn't I?
Yeah, you added him.
320, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
People are forgetting about him.
Yeah, people are forgetting about him. So the conversation with Chris Paul and LaMelo is pretty interesting, or that whole round, because like LaMelo is super sexy right now, but I mean, is he? God, this is so stupid because it has nothing to do with basketball. Because do you know how hard it is for him to be the second best point guard of all time? Like, he has to have an incredible career to get that. But I also still think LaMelo is probably the right buy.
Yeah, people are so excited about him. He's going to be in like everything. I'm sure the NBA is looking at him as a future face of the league too, in the way that how it was Steph.
Yeah,
I'm sure they're looking at him with Luka, but there's just something about the Ball brothers, all this kind of stuff that's just marketability, selling. Like, he was promoting Black Widow with his brother.
He was.
Right?
He
like,
was.
There's all kinds of this stuff that he's going to be involved in. I don't know. I have something to think about is all I'll say.
Do you know what's crazy? I'm almost thinking like LaMelo makes the most sense right now because he's going to gain the most momentum
right,
financially. So like, I feel like I would buy that to hold it and then flip it during his career. Because I think when his career's over, I don't know where he lands, or we still talking about LaMelo. Like, all it takes is another fun point guard to come, and that's who we talk about. So
it's what happens every time. It's the established versus a up and coming rookie. But you're taking the gamble on, maybe you are like, if you had purchased a Luka in the beginning, you're taking the gamble on Luka, and it paid off, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what's happening with LaMelo. It's a little bit of a gamble because we don't know what his career is going to be like versus someone who's established, but you'd be getting it at this price, and then it's his Top Shot debut, 4 badges.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's something to that.
I think when Curry's all said and done, he probably passes Chris Paul, but I also don't like Steph's playing like a shooting guard right now, but also isn't Magic number 1?
Yes.
So yeah. And Oscar, I'm sorry. I'm taking Chris Paul's going to finish ahead of Oscar. If he wins the finals, I think if he doesn't win the finals, he's probably like, I don't know, right behind. I don't know. Don't come at me, we the people. Westy proceed. Dude, I swear to God, this take.
What? That's a terrible take. And I love Westbrook. I'm a UCLA guy. This is a terrible take.
This is some, even Sawyer has walked this take back a little bit. Sawyer, if you're out there.
Ooh,
Ahead
I like
of
this.
Oscar, we the people.
I like this.
Ooh.
I'm not buying anything that's anyone still playing. I'm not buying anything. Oh, you know who you should have probably added into that mix? What if you added Giannis? What's he at?
Let's
I know you probably don't want it. It's kind of the
you can talk me into
unpopular one, but he wins a title this year, 2-time MVP and a champion.
Yeah, like I think it's the fourth most expensive, 1950. Wow. Let's actually
out of 1,000. That's out of 1,000 too, not like 1,400.
Let's go over to the base. I was doing this yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, this is a fun way to look at it." Where's base set series 1? Here we go. Joker Rock said CP3 or Stockton. Give me CP3. So you know what's crazy? Now I might be reading this wrong, so let me know. But this is out of the Series 1 commons. The 3 most expensive moments on the site of Series 1 are all LeBron.
Yep.
And then you get Steph's debut, followed by Giannis, then Ja, Zion, Luka, Harden, Vince Carter. So I just thought that was interesting to see LeBron with the first 3.
Did you not realize that LeBron is he owns Top Shot?
No,
owns it.
I figured. I figured. I mean, I guess those are all out of 1,000 too. Wow.
Well, it's his Top Shot debut. One is the Kobe tribute. Mm-hmm. What is the block? That's his finals play?
I don't. Maybe let's pull it up.
That one's a little surprising. That's a finals block, I think.
Let's see.
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah, against Lowry. Wait, what?
Oh no, this is it's just a bubble game.
Yeah. That is. I thought maybe 2 moments from LeBron would be up there, and then I thought we'd get into the Curry category. I thought Curry would be
this
next.
One surprises me. I figured it would be the other 2 because of what they are, but this one is a little surprising. I think Curry passes that one. His Top Shot debut passes that one.
Yeah.
It's neck and neck. That's gonna happen. That's gonna pass.
But like, look at this, just to see, LeBron, Steph, Giannis.
It's the 1,000. It's the 1,000. Look at that.
But then for it to be Ja and Zion ahead of Luka too, and I know out of 1,000.
That's why I went in on those guys. There's still Ja and Zion single-handedly spurred the entire cardboard market for basketball cards. Those 2 guys, and then Luka into the mix. But everyone was chasing Ja Morant and Zion Williamson rookie cards. Period.
Yeah,
and they're super exciting players. They create highlights. They're fun to watch. They're fun as teammates. And then Zion's going to be playing in the Garden soon. So you're going to be able to go down the street, Mike, and watch him at a home game. Like, come on.
I hope so. But I hope he goes to the Nets just so I can afford those tickets.
No, he's going to he said the Garden. He didn't say he wanted to play next to Jay-Z. He said he wants to be in the Garden with Spike Lee just going ape shit. That's what's happening.
Man, I honestly, that would keep me in New York longer if that happened.
Look at that. Harden's right there, and then look who's right below it. Insanity, baby.
Insanity, and then another LeBron moment, and then Kawhi. So this Kawhi moment, I believe, was down to 450 over the weekend, and is now back up to 680.
Oh, is it the fingertip block?
No, this is his debut. This is the layup. Oh no, it's not his debut.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't see a badge on that bad boy. That's what play is that? A layup that's higher than his debut.
I think
that doesn't make any sense.
I think it's because it's out of 1,000, and his other one is out of. I think it's out of more. That's a pretty sick layup, but I think it must be because it's out of 1,000.
It's got to be.
Maybe the chat's letting us know right now, and I'm missing it. Oh man, Westbrook is definitely an undervalued. So I agree that Westbrook is now we've swung too far. I do agree with that. Top shot, hot shot, but to say that he's better than CP3 that's too far, guys. And a deep threat, I use like, are we going a little over the top on CP3 because he's in the finals? Probably. Yeah. But I mean, I made this argument about CP3 being better than Westbrook in the regular season. So I think the Westbrook, like, yeah.
Westbrook's got to win something, man. He's got to win something, or else it's gonna chase him forever. All that stuff that he was either selfish or he was not that good of a player, even though he's a tremendous player. But
yeah,
he's got to win. He's got to win something.
Yeah, I'm with that. But all right,
CP3 is going to be fine. He's going to be fine even if he doesn't win, because he's still a legend. In the same way that Barkley was, even though he didn't win a title, like there's still the talk of this dude being an all-time great. It's going to happen. Yeah. Whereas Westbrook, all-time great, but to what point? To what extent? You know?
Yeah. We the people. You're here every day. You know I watch basketball. You know I'm here every single day. And you and I are both here. Wesley went to the finals with a ball. Calling Durant the ball hog is wild, we the people. We the people, put the pipe down. It's early. We the people.
Yeah.
All right. Wait, but we never answered that question. So
Luka.
Yeah, it's just Luka, right?
It's still Luka.
It's just
which
Luka.
is tough for me to say too, because I kind of had that opportunity, but I completed the Rising Stars set.
Yeah.
Again, my hope is that maybe I qualify for a pretty high, like a rare drop of some sorts, and I can make some money, and then I can get the Luka. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm hoping that all of that happens. I'm hoping all of that comes to fruition, because my town's hollow. It ain't moving. Joel Embiid challenge. People are kind of, I'm good. They're saying I'm good. So it's not helping me out there.
Yeah. I get, well, actually, speaking of the halls, let's talk about one more thing. We should, and I referenced it a little bit earlier. What about Daryl Morey buying Ben Simmons hollow?
Yeah. What's going on there?
That's wild.
That's some 4D type shit.
Right? Now,
I love it.
If you're Daryl Morey, I can't imagine he's like, I need this Ben Simmons moment for financial investment, right? Like,
you do. That's what you do. I love it. This was a hot take by, I think, Greg back in the day, or maybe you. I can't remember.
No, it was Greg. It was definitely Greg.
To say people are going to start leaking out news that they pick up a moment from a player to say, what does that mean? Is he going to a team, or even a player picking up? Like, it's when they follow them on Instagram. You see when they start to follow each other and all that, it makes news.
Yeah.
If they start to buy moments from another team, is that, hinting at something? I love that he did it. I think it's so hilarious to just stir up shit.
Oh, I love that too. I love that too. But what I think is so funny is, like, because I see some comments in here, like, he's trying to manipulate the market. It's a pump fake to boost his trade value. So I'm going to say this and then immediately know that there are a couple of people like this in the industry. What GM is dumb enough that's like, oh, maybe Ben Simmons isn't as bad as we think because Daryl Morey bought his hollow on NBA Top Shot?
They're not following any of this stuff, but it's for everyone else to speculate and have fun with. But I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, I love it. It was great. And it got people talking about some stuff too. And I mean, we should talk about, I know I referenced it right at the beginning too, but how about Cole Anthony just straight up buying his own moments?
Bet on yourself. Bet on yourself.
God,
it was too low. You got to love Cole Anthony. It's really cool. You're welcome on the show anytime you want. Anytime you want.
Anytime. We promise to keep actually Jeb Bush away from you, because I'm sure you'd have a restraining order with the amount of times he's pumped you up in the Discord.
We'll update the image to be you right here instead of Trey. Come on the show.
Yeah. Deep Threat says we're getting Cole on the stream. Yeah, we're working on it. We tweeted at him.
This is how we're working on it, by just saying it in our YouTube video that he's not watching.
Cole, I'll give you this Cool Cats jersey. Come on.
That might do it. That might be it.
All right.
Not sure if it'll fit him though, but might.
Wait, Ryan is saying this. I didn't look into this. Ryan is saying the reason Cole Anthony bought those is because someone called him out on Twitter for not owning any of his moments. And then I love that he's like, yeah, I'm not going to get the 40K. Give me the hollows.
Big money.
Yeah.
Big money.
All right, Dustin, anything else? Anything else we should chat about?
I was going to mention it tomorrow, but I'll re-mention it again. But as of tomorrow, we're officially 1 month from Summer League.
Let's
1 month from Vegas, from Sin City. So if you haven't got your room, got your tickets, any of that stuff, just reminding everyone that we will be out there watching games on the 8th. We'll be down there the 7th. Do a little hang, a little meet and greet, little chat, drink some beverages on the night of the 7th somewhere, and then watch games on the 8th. So
I can't wait.
If you are interested in attending and going, you should start looking into it now.
I can't wait. Also, I apologize if I just froze. My Wi-Fi is being weird.
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited. We were talking about it this weekend while we were traveling. Rick Soul says, will there be live stand-up? No, there will not be. But I'm sure I'll get a little drunk and yell at some people. So in like a fun way.
Not even on the strip, just out there, just doing live stand-up as people walking. We'll form a crowd around you. Mike, it'll be like in Brooklyn. Come on.
I gotta now that we can do comedy indoors again, I am retiring from outdoor shows unless you pay me in moments, then I will do it.
We'll also go live, maybe just from a phone from wherever we are on the channel for a few minutes, and so people can tune in and see the crew and everyone. That would be fun.
We absolutely will. Will. How can we view your show from last night, Rick Souls? Oh, Rick, look at Rick following on the gram. Yeah, we did. I'm going to tell you guys that I was in the car for 5.5 hours yesterday. We got back. We got back. I had like a 90 minutes to shower and then go over to do a show 10 o'clock on a Monday night. I don't even know how I got tricked into doing this because
terrible idea.
Yeah. I didn't get home until 1:30 last night and I am old. I can't be doing that shit. But anyway, it was an improv show. So it only exists in person. The magic of live theater.
Are you excited that it was an afternoon marketplace today as a result of all of that? I'm sure.
Yeah. I had to work this morning and was up at 6. So I am going to take a nap before we do Club Top Shot tonight. So shout out Pete for having me on too. That's nice.
Yeah.
We get to plug Team Hold a little bit.
There we go.
But we're back here. We're back here tomorrow for the afternoon marketplace at 3:30. And then we're all here at 8:30. Well, Dustin, I think you and I are here. Maybe we'll get Robot Greg from Western Mass.
We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Might be dicey. You might getting a taste of what this is going to look like tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe we can find a redheaded guy with a beard again and have him just be Greg.
We should probably do that. I don't even know what we're going to talk about tomorrow. We covered a lot of it off today.
Yeah, that's why we got game 1 of the finals. We got I don't know. Apparently Top Shot's going to do some stuff tonight. Maybe we'll buy some stuff.
I'm not buying anything else. I bought enough.
Dude, I love this. Craig's internet is worse than normal.
Yeah.
Philadelphia said what dates? Yeah, we're gonna be there for the first half. So we're getting in the 7th. We'll be there the 7th to the
I'll be there till the 9th. You'll be there, I think, till the 10th, right?
Yeah.
So getting in the 7th, hang out on that day, which is Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
The 8th is when Summer League starts. So there's games on the 8th. We'll be watching games on the 8th. And then on the 9th, I may watch a few games in the morning and then head out, which is a Monday. So TBD. And Mike, you may stay that whole day, right?
Yeah, I think so. It depends. It's very expensive to just fly out for a couple days. So that's why I was like, you know what?
Yeah, stay an extra day. Yeah, I get it.
Also, I just dropped the link into the Discord because I don't think I put it into the show notes because I created the link in a sleepy stupor. So,
yeah.
All right, everybody. Dustin, thanks for doing this, man. This is way more fun when someone else is here. So thanks for a surprise jumping on.
You got it. I'm going to eat some food now and work.
Me too. Oh, sorry. All right. Well, let's get us out here with what video are we rolling out today? I think we need to. I don't know. Let's get a little Bol Bol. We'll get out of here. All right, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bol Bol.
Bol Bol.
His first name is Bol and his last name is Bol.
No,
Look
yeah.
at his legs.
Long legs.
Oh my god! I bet his legs are taller than my